Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
What's up? It's your boy, Amby Sandberg.
That's actually very relevant because we were talking about the Lonely Island before we just started, and that's the reason why there's no cold opening, because I want to show Matt this one that I found out about, this Lonely Island song from their SNL days that I did not know about before listening to their podcast with Seth Meyers.
Right.
And I love it. I think it's so good. It's called Ras Trent.
Okay.
We're listening to it. I hope this records the sound. And we're going to talk about it a little bit as we go through. Kind of, I'll relay to you some information that I found out about it, and I want to get your reaction. Are you ready?
I'm so excited. Ugh.
I don't think you're prepared for what this is about to be at all.
Never am.
Okay.
Rastafarianism.
Just immediately from the start, you get the vibe of what this is about to be.
Yeah.
The Lonely Island themselves are a huge fan of Rasta music, and I believe it's dance hall is also another very similar style, if I'm remembering correctly from what they talked about. Because they grew up in Berkeley, California.
Right. And that's popular there, I assume.
This type of person is popular in Berkeley, apparently. And they actually had a few friends that were like this. And they also said that they would do this kind of style of speaking, I believe, to each other as a joke. Like, there was one line that was a joke that like some guy said it to them once at a show, and they would just like repeat it as like a vocal stim, I guess, among their friend group. And so it's the idea of speaking in patois, but without doing like a Jamaican accent as you do it, and just fully hearing words. Like a bald head is anyone that doesn't have dreads, and it usually refers to like also just another kind of derogatory way to say white people, I think.
Right.
And he doesn't get that. He just calls anyone who doesn't have dreads bald head. And then so they spent about an hour just breaking down this 2-minute long clip.
Oh my goodness.
And like video. So there's so many different references and things in here. I highly recommend people go watch that or listen to that podcast.
Keep it paused real quick. Just a quick observation. Does his hoodie strings look 3D to you right now?
This one definitely does.
It looks like it's like jumping out of the screen for me. That's wild. Sorry, squirrel mode.
And this is this is posted 13 years ago, but this is probably from like 2008, because this was right in prime time of Tina Fey doing Sarah Palin.
Right.
All right. You ready for the rest of this?
Yeah, let's do this.
That's the line that they would just say to each other all the time.
That's so funny.
They also filmed this on like a real college campus. They had someone that they knew that went to college, and like they got permission to come in and just film real quick in that classroom and in the dorm and everything.
Man, I wish he would have done it at Waynesburg. That would have been fun. We wouldn't have been there, but it still would have been fun.
Why couldn't have our school been in New York? They're just walking along the street in New York, apparently, and Yorma Tacome looks and sees the subway funnel for the steam and goes, "Hey, that looks like a bong. Let's use that for this." But I'm gonna go back here so you can hear this next line in its full glory, and it's one of the funniest things to me. I'm not sure if it's gonna be funny to you, but this line to me just gets me. I've listened to this so many times since that podcast. Part time at your Cold Stone Creamery.
Oh my goodness.
It just I don't like I said, I can't explain why it's so funny to me. Maybe it's because they call it Cold Stone Creamery.
Right.
And like just like when your parents call you by your first and your middle name when you're in trouble, it just is like, oh.
I was gonna say, I'm like, isn't that the name of the place?
Well, yeah, but I typically it's just like, oh, I'm going to Cold Stone, not I'm going to the Cold Stone Creamery.
Right. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. I don't usually call Wendy's by its full
Wendy's nuts go in your mouth.
exactly. I don't usually say that every time. I just hope that people imply it. Let's get on with the video.
Was just listening and not watching at youtube.com/@thegarlicboys or on the Lowly Islands official YouTube page where you can watch this video, all rights reserved to them. When he whispers there, it's walking past a group of like actual Rastafarians, seems like. When they showed this video to Rihanna when she was on, as sort of like a hey, look at this funny thing. And she loved it so much she showed it to her friends, and they speculate that that's the reason that she came back to do Shirani with them.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
But here's the last few seconds of this. One girl in the front here does not want to be doing this anymore.
No. She's like, this is the dumbest thing.
And there's so many people just staring straight into the camera. The typical term for that is striking the camera, and like especially this girl, it's kind of like stop looking at me, please.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable by that side sneer. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Look at the guy with the bandana.
I was just about to point him out.
Directly into my soul. He's not even smiling.
Like I know you're watching this.
Stare directly into my soul.
But there you go. I needed to share that with you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
I just recently started rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I love that show. It's so funny to me, and I've never actually watched it all the way through. So rewatching is really just me restarting it because I don't want to say bored halfway through, but distracted by other shows halfway through. You know?
That happens to me every single time I try to watch all the seasons of Suits.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I hear you.
I can't explain why, but once Dule Hill's character is introduced, I think it's because Katherine Heigl is introduced in the same season.
Right.
But like, I stopped caring about the show.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like everybody at that point that you watched the show for is off the show, right? Like you start the show
watching it for Meghan Markle and the guy who plays Mike.
Yeah,
they were
exactly.
The two hot ones on the show.
Exactly. I started watching Suits LA. It was a mistake. Don't watch it. I don't want to say that it's bad necessarily. I hate it. It's nothing like the original Suits. It feels like 10 times the drama in it. It's got Stephen Amell, and I don't know how much I agree with him just as a person. So like there's so much not going for it. They tried to recreate Donna, and it's just not hitting. I don't know. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean though about Stephen Amell, because there were many times where like I'd see interviews with him or just like know things about him, and it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know if I like that, but okay,
yeah.
I guess.
He's not like a terrible person, but I just don't vibe with him, you know? I don't know. That's
the aura is off for sure.
Yeah. So, the show, I mean, he's the central character. Obviously, there's side characters and stuff like that, but he's like the central character. And as much as I loved Arrow, first 3 seasons, yeah, I don't know if this one's hitting, you know? So
well, he's how we get the connection to the regular Suits too, isn't he? Because he and Harvey went to school together.
Yeah, they were like BFFs, I guess. I don't know.
I love when shows do that. Of like,
what?
Hey, you know how we've never mentioned this character before? but like you guys are supposed to be so insanely close.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Isn't it great where they just pull out I was so excited for this show too. I loved Suits. Like I binge watched the crap out of that at one of my jobs where all I did was sit there and watch TV. And I thought it was so good. And then
Yeah.
I stopped watching it because I finished it. And then the new show came out and I'm sad.
It's okay. You don't have to like it. I
Yeah.
sometimes things are bad and we just gotta live with that.
Pretty soon here, the new Office show is supposed to come out. And I'm wondering if I'm going to feel the same way. And I'm kind of scared about it, you know? Like, I'm wondering if it's just going to feel like they're trying to recreate the exact same show, but in a different setting with different characters. And it's just going to be a disappointment. And I'm scared, you know what I mean? Like, terrified all the way to my bones because I, as problematic as it is, and I know that, love The Office.
I think what gives me a little hope about it is it's not technically just the American Office creators that are working on it. The British Office creators have at least producer rules. I don't know if that's just because they still have like the rights to The Office as like a but if we're talking about the one with Brendan Gleeson, I think is his name.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know anything about the show. I just know that they announced that they were going to make another Office show.
It's the guy who played Bill Weasley and General Hux. He's the Michael Scott of it.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it's like a newspaper company in the UK. And so it's called The Paper instead of The Office.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
all right, you started that one. That was your fault.
Listen. Come a little closer to the speaker, listener. Not you, them. Goodness, you have headphones in. How close are you gonna get? Come a little closer to the speaker. I got maybe 4 hours of sleep after staying up for 24 hours.
And whose fault was that?
My jobs and my parents. I love my parents, but they always ask me to do stuff on my days off. That's my pooping time. All right. All right, parents. That's the time where I sit down, I take a nice laxative or a smooth move tea, and I clean it all out. That's my time. And you're taking it up. That's my days off. I can't do that while I work.
No.
I got to be available at work. I can't be sitting on the toilet for 3 hours, absolutely fighting for my life. It's not how work works.
I have carved out a good bit of time where I can poop at work if I want to.
That's good. I can't.
I don't always take it, but I really should.
Yeah. See, I thought about taking what is it called? Magnesium citrate or whatever, like the colonoscopy drink, right? I thought about going straight to Walmart, taking that and sitting on the toilet for the rest of the day, and I didn't do that because I had to help my parents. Listen, my dad just got 2 knee surgeries. Someone's got to help him, and that someone
not going to be me.
Is me.
Mainly because I have no skills.
I don't have any skills either, but I pretend that I do so that my dad trusts me to hold a nail gun.
Horrifying.
No, I know how to use a nail gun, but there were a few hiccups. Dad was doing all the measuring, so I didn't have to actually keep any numbers in my head, which was good. He was doing all the cutting, so all I had to do was put the baseboards in place and shink with the nail gun.
The easy job, yeah.
Yeah. I was killing it, by the way. So they just redid their basement, right? They put in a bunch of rooms, framed it, drywalled it, all that jazz.
Nice.
They put in a bunch of rooms into their basement. And we were doing 3 of the rooms. We were putting baseboards on 3 of the rooms. And so we got, like, by the time I left, I'd been there from probably like we started working around 9 maybe, and I left at like 1. But in that time, we finished all 3 rooms, so it's pretty great. We crushed it, if I do say so myself.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. We nailed it, if I do say so myself. How about you cut the first one out, the crushed it one, and then just like slide that in there, just whoop, you know.
The only reason that will happen is if you edit this episode.
I don't want to edit this episode.
Well,
Do I have to edit this episode?
you don't have
You asked-
to, but
Did you ask me to do this 3 weeks ago and I totally forgot?
no. But do you remember the plans we have for tomorrow?
I do. It's in my calendar, buddy. Don't worry. I was originally going to go camping this weekend, right? So Mia and I's anniversary, like dating anniversary, is coming up here pretty soon. What?
Why didn't we plan this for a different day then?
No, because we canceled camping. It's supposed to like
okay.
thunderstorm. It's supposed to thunderstorm all weekend.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were doing this to kind of like
No.
make me feel bad.
No, goodness no. Yeah, we were gonna go camping, but Connor decided to plan his little wedding soiree thing on this weekend. So now we have to cancel all the plans. We can't even get a refund on the camping site. And now we have to go all the way to Pittsburgh just to go with him so he can pick out a suit.
I'm not the only one picking out a suit.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you. I'm going to go with hot pink, I think, for my suit. I think I'm going to go
That's not
pink
one of our
tux,
colors.
full on pink tux to the prom. It's going to have that like frilly layer going down the center that they used to wear.
You're
in
just
like
going to get one of the Dumb and Dumber shirts?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's going to look like that. I'm going to wear an ascot. Have you ever worn an ascot? I haven't, but I'm gonna. And I'm thinking not fedora fully, but I think, and I can't go full top hat either, right? Like I think I have to go somewhere, a bowler hat. I'm gonna go with that one of the round like trilby hat. Is that what they're called? Whatever. The hat that the guy wore in Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, you mean the bowler hat guy? The kind of hat he wore?
Yeah, the bowler hat. Yeah. So I think
do you want to take a stab at what kind of hat the bowler hat guy wore?
And I think I'm gonna go for a watermelon theme. So I might do a green, like a lime green bowler hat with a pink tux. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some black in there somewhere, like the watermelon seeds, right? You get it? The watermelon seeds. So I think like a black pocket square, a black ascot, a black belt, and brown shoes. Why brown shoes, you ask? Because of that weird sunspot on the watermelon. That's why brown shoes. No, the buttons are gonna be white.
For the white seed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Nailed it.
Do you know that like halos and cuties and stuff like that, since they don't have seeds in them, they're all just clones of the original orange that was bred without seeds about 50 years ago.
That's incredible. But also how genetics works. Thank you, buddy. I love that science lesson.
Right, but like it's not a new plant.
Right.
It's still just the same one. You don't think that's wild at all?
No, not really.
You get baffled by the smallest of things.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It doesn't blow your mind that you're technically eating an orange from the 50s?
No, not at all. As long as it tastes good and not bitter, then I'm good, you know?
You know what? You're bitter.
It sounds like I'm not the only one.
And I'm not the only one.
What are you gonna wear for my wedding?
I wasn't planning on wearing anything.
Oh, even better. Can you stop?
No.
Sorry, my dog is scratching at my door because she wants to be next to me. So the colors are lime green. No, that's not true. The colors are sage green. purple and like gold, like a yellow, and that's our colors.
I feel like one of those is a lie.
No, all of those is true.
Are
So-
you two truths and one lying me on your colors here, bro?
No, it's 100% true. The green and the purple are like main colors. The yellow is the accent color. It's supposed to be like a gold, similar to the One Ring of Sauron. That's why it's our accent color. And like sunflowers and stuff, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna have some nice wisteria and some nice lavender plants and some nice
Marijuana.
marijuana as the green parts, and then we're gonna have sunflowers, you know.
Nice.
The petals going down the aisle are gonna be, I don't know what they're gonna be, probably sunflower petals, because that's really the only of those plants that has decent sized flower girl petals, you know what I mean? We also have like 6 flower girls, so we need enough petals for all of them.
Now, when I RSVP, do I have to put what flavor of sunflower seeds I want for dinner? Or is it
I
gonna
already
be a
know.
buffet?
What a perfect best man or like groomsman gift. A specifically tailored sunflower seed. Not seeds. A bag of specifically
Just
tailored
one seed.
just one. You can plant this in your backyard. You'll grow Taco Bell shaped sunflowers.
Grow this and you'll never be hungry again.
I hate sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds, like the part that you actually eat. I hate shelling them and getting to the seed that I'm eating. Hate it.
Do you want to know a secret about me?
Yeah.
I do not shell them or eat the
Just-
inside of them.
You
I will
just pop
suck.
in your
I will
mouth and
suck on the
swallow?
whole thing and then
And then
spit it out.
Hey, that's fair. You get the flavor, but none of the nutrients. It's great.
That's my life. Flavor with no nutrients.
Do you think that they make flavored sunflower seeds that aren't like that are already pre-shelled? You know what I mean? Like they make flavored pistachios that are, shelled. Like they're shelled. Because you can't really flavor the shell because nobody's sticking that in their mouth, right? They're breaking their teeth trying to freaking open it.
Okay. Looks like we got some pre-shelled sunflower seeds here, I think. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Holding on. I'm not dying here. I'm still fighting.
Never mind. Stop. No. They are not pre-shelled, but they are all flavored.
Somebody kill me.
This is from Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, which for the discount they came up looked like 2 baseball players. And yes, I can tell. And yes, I mean that derogatorily. But our flavors here, we have 8 flavors.
Yeah.
I would tell you one of them is just original.
That's not a flavor. That's just plain old roasted sunflower seeds. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
but that is a variety. I should say that.
Okay.
Do you want to take a guess at any number of the other ones?
Sour cream and onion.
No.
Salt and vinegar.
No. But
Barbecue.
kind of barbecue is backyard barbecue.
Wow, you just that was choppy as heck. I
Bar-
didn't understand a word you just said.
They have a backyard barbecue.
Backyard barbecue. Okay. Good. See, I nailed it. First one. I'm
All
gonna
right.
see how many times I can say nailed it in this podcast. You should number it too, every single time I say it.
No.
It'd be
Again, if you want that done, you will edit this yourself. Okay, so backyard barbecue, original flavor.
Solid. 2 solid flavor. Let's see. Honey roasted.
No.
What kind of flavors do they have? What in the world? Cheddar. Some sort of cheese flavored.
I'll give that to you. We have a cheddar jalapeno.
Okay. All right. That's something.
I told you were close on salt and vinegar. So what's a more specific kind of salt and vinegar.
What do you mean a more specific kind of salt and vinegar? It's just salt and vinegar.
Right, but like if you were going to put them together inside a container with something else for a long period of time, as well as some other spices and seasonings, and like you took that salt and that vinegar, you encased it into a jar and left it somewhere for a little while, what would you do? Like, how would you describe the food that you got out of that jar?
Probably moldy and fermented. I don't know. What are you talking about? I have no idea. I'm not catching what you're throwing, and that is a baseball joke.
It's a dill pickle flavor, bud.
Ew, that's gross. Why would you make it dill?
Maybe for people that like pickles.
Which is everybody. However, you don't eat dill pickle flavored things. You just eat dill pickle.
Have you ever had dill pickle flavored chips?
No, and that sounds disgusting.
Nah, it's good. The Autumn did find dill pickle flavored cotton candy. And she's like, this would probably taste good, but I can't believe that the texture isn't awful.
I hate that. Why? What is with people's obsession and oddly flavored things? Okay.
All right. Another flavor is my favorite kind of wings.
Garlic parm.
Yep. What do I dip
Nailed
those in?
it. Not ranch.
No ranch.
Oh, ranch? Yeah. Ranch.
Ranch is one of the flavors.
Sick. Is there like a honey mustard flavor?
No. One is sweet, and I'd say one is savory.
One is
Yes.
strawberry shortcake.
No. Think more southern, south of the border flavor. Sweet.
South of the border. Oh, like Mexico? That border?
No, the other border.
Okay, gotcha. Canada. South of the border, Mexico. Is it like that elote flavor, like that corn, that street corn?
No, I wouldn't describe elote as sweet.
Doesn't it have like nice, like a creamy butter thing on it?
Mayonnaise.
Is it mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is kind of no, it's not really sweet. Miracle Whip is sweet. It's actually like kind of tangy. I think Miracle Whip's tangy. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know the flavors. I'm not a flavor connoisseur like you are, my friend.
Churro.
Hold on.
The cinnamon churro. Yeah.
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
That's
And their last one is just cracked pepper, which I'm not gonna make you guess because you're not good at guessing today.
yeah, correct. We've also talked about how salt and pepper are not seasonings. They are they are flavor enhancers. So they're not really a flavor. Disappointing.
Do you want to be more disappointed?
I do. I love being disappointed. My favorite pastime.
So I texted you earlier today, and I told you that I was going to ruin you.
Correct.
Do you have any theories of how that might come about?
You just listened to me guess things for probably 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go with no. So I'm gonna let you just take it away, brother.
All right. Well, it's gonna suck that I'm gonna have you keep guessing things.
Why?
Because I I got into like a deep rabbit hole today about the Bechdel test.
The Bechdel test, which is the talking about women talking about men thing. Is that what it is?
Two named characters in a film have a conversation with each other, and it cannot be about a man.
Right.
And so, if a work of art passes the Bechdel test, those requirements have to happen.
Right.
What you're gonna do, Matt, is try and tell me if this work of art passes the Bechdel test.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Number 1, Ratatouille.
I don't think there's more than one main character female in that movie, so I'm gonna go with no.
You are correct, but not for a reason. There are 2 main female characters. They never meet. Colette is the
Right.
only like main female outside of the old woman at the house originally where Remy lives. And I
Okay.
don't believe she even has a name. So there are
That's
multiple
not really
reasons why.
character energy there.
Right.
Okay.
Number 2, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. I'm gonna go with no. So much of the conversation is either about dinosaurs. Well, hold on. If 2 women had a conversation about the T-Rex, who is canonically a female, then theoretically, are there 2? I mean, yes, there is the one girl, the young girl, the granddaughter of John Hammond, the creator. And then there is the older woman who is the archaeologist. I can't remember names right now. Don't punch me. I'm gonna go with no. It does not.
I'm sorry, Matt. It does. You named 2 female characters that are named in the movie that have a conversation other than about men. They talk about the dinosaurs. And as we know, all the dinosaurs are female.
Right. So I was on the right track, but I chose the wrong answer. Fair enough.
Exactly. Movie number 3, Toy Story.
Toy Story. Let's see. Just the first one. So in the first one, we got Bo Peep. That's a I would say a kind of side character, but main character named female woman in the movie. Can I think of any others? I mean, the mom and the daughter, but the daughter doesn't talk, and the mom is like, I don't even know if she has a name, but she has like 5 speaking lines in the. Oh, okay, at one point she's on the phone. The mom is on the phone at one point. Do we know who she's on the phone with? She could have been another female, and she was not talking. Oh, she was probably talking about Andy and his toys. Dang it! I'm gonna go with no. It does not pass the Bechdel.
That is correct.
Right.
Even if she was talking on the phone with someone,
Not
that wouldn't
named.
be a named character.
Right.
And technically, I don't even know if we can say that calling a character Andy's mom makes her a named character.
Right. I don't know if she actually does she have a name in the credits?
I think she's just Andy's mom.
That's pretty rough. Okay, yeah. I think Bo Peep is really the only female in the first Toy Story that has a name.
Sid's sister. I think she might have a name.
Oh,
I think she might have a name.
I think
like Eloise or Eleanor or something like that. I just don't know it.
But she has like a very minor speaking role, and yeah, I got you.
But to your point, I do believe that Bo Peep is the only like main character female in that first one.
Right. Until Jessie shows up in the second one.
Right.
And then we got Jessie, but that's about it.
Which like it makes sense a little bit because if we're believing the take on the personality of their owner, the boy owner, all the toys are male. Like they even say in the next movie that the only reason Mrs. Potato Head is there is because Andy's sister got her.
Right. And Bo Peep is Andy's sister's toy too. So yeah, they're all Andy's sisters. That's fair. I only had boy toys when I was a child.
Gang.
Okay.
Isn't it fun when we find the clip?
Listen, I need to backtrack a little bit. All right.
No, this is going on TikTok.
Well, to be fair, Connor, there's no real distinction between boy toys and girl toys. Any child can play with any. I need to. Hey, so what's the next movie?
Number 4 is Frozen.
Frozen. Okay, Frozen. Anna's. Okay, all right. So Anna and yeah, there's an entire song about hanging out together between Elsa and Anna, and they do talk. They are named, and they don't talk about boys. So yes, it passed.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It's not that song wasn't the thing that I was given as an example. And when they're at the coronation dinner, they do have a small conversation, talk with each other. But throughout most of the movie, they don't speak to each other. And when they do, it's about Anna loving Hans.
Hans, right?
Like
right.
you can't
yeah.
marry somebody you just met.
Yep. They actually have, I think they have a few, like even the one song. I know songs aren't speaking roles technically, but in my head they count. But there's the one song where Anna shows up at the castle, and I don't even think in the song she talks about the town, which is not a male. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Passes. Next one.
Toy Story 2.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We got a few extra female characters in Toy Story 2, right? We got Mrs. Potato Head. We got Jessie. And I think that's it. In Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is the one where Woody gets kidnapped. Yeah. And that's how he meets Jessie and all that. Okay. I'm gonna go with no. Even with the added female character. Oh wait. Oh, is that the one where they're in the mall with Barbie? I guess that's a possibility there. Or is that number 1? No, that's number 2 because the chicken guy. Yeah. I'm still gonna say no.
That's correct.
All right.
They have greatly increased the number of female characters.
Yeah.
But Bo Peep, I think, only talks to Woody.
Yep.
Mrs. Potato Head stays back, doesn't go on the adventure. So when they meet Jessie, she can't have a conversation with her. The only women we really see speaking are the mother and daughter at the airport that Stinky Pete gets put in the bag of.
Oh yeah, but they're not named. So next movie.
Right, that face you just made. I want you to know that that's going to be the thumbnail.
Love it.
Number 6, The Princess Bride.
Okay, all right. For such a perfect movie, it's got to, right? But let me think.
There's a shortage of perfect movies in the world. It would be hate to ruin this one.
Be a shame. I don't think it does, though, if I'm being honest. There is, let's see, there's Buttercup. There's the wife. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. And I think she has a name. But Buttercup never interacts with her, right? There's the angry old bow lady, but she doesn't have a name, and she talks about Humperdinck. Actually, all of them talk about Humperdinck. I'm gonna go with no. I don't think it does.
Final answer?
Yeah.
So it is true that Billy Crystal's character's wife, played by Carol Kane, has a name. It's Valerie.
Yeah.
And it's also true she never interacts with Buttercup.
Right.
The only female character that Buttercup ever interacts with is the old hag.
Yeah.
And that they just talk about Humperdinck.
Yeah. Perfect movie doesn't pass the Bechdel test. What are you gonna say now, feminists? I'm sorry, that was mean.
Within my research, there's actually a lot of people that have problems with the Bechdel test because it thinks it narrows down women too far, and it's actually anti-feminist.
Right. That makes sense, kind of.
But I thought it'd be fun to talk about it so that there's more of an objective view in media and actually having well-defined female characters and everything.
Yeah, see, I think it is worth noting. I think that the Bechdel test is worth noting. Doesn't mean that the movie as a whole is horrible and should be banned from existence. No. You know what I mean? Like, the Bechdel test is important to notice. It is important to be mindful of, especially when you're creating movies. You don't like the term fridging comes from essentially killing off a female character in order to advance the male character's plot, right? So, like, keeping in mind these things is good. I think it is good from a movie maker's perspective. From a movie watcher's perspective, it can, yes, influence how you see movies and media. But I don't think it automatically fails the movie or the piece of media that you are referring to, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot perfect and good about. Can I hold? Yes. So give me 1 second. I'm getting eye boogies out. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a nasty one. Nope, you're not done. You're not done. Oh, it's a big old glob. I got it for you. Mwah. Oh, catch him. Okay. But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on. I need to wipe this eye boogie on the ground because I don't want it on my finger.
Gross.
Yeah.
And I say that as someone who constantly has eye boogies.
Yeah, I just like kind of flick them out, you know? No, I don't do that. I use a tissue like a humane person. Humane? Like a human. Like a. What's the next? Do you have another one, buddy?
Number 7,
Okay.
Toy Story 3.
Oh my goodness, with the Toy Story movies, there's got to be one, right? You know what I mean? Like the chances of them not having one entirely is pretty slim. Let's see. Does it count if a little girl is talking to a female toy? They both, well, I guess if they don't have a name, but if they both have a name, right? Like the main little girl that he gives all his toys to, if she's talking to Bo Peep, for example, but they have to have the conversation. Like Bo Peep has to talk back, and Bo Peep doesn't talk back. Okay, you know what? Out of sake of giving the Toy Story movies some grace, I'm just gonna say yes because the first 2 movies failed, and I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that this movie passes. I guess
Toy Story 3 does pass.
Really? Do you want to explain how?
Barbie and Jesse have a conversation.
Nice.
I also believe they're. I know that the octopus with the stretchy arms is played by Whoopi Goldberg, but I believe she might have a conversation when Barbie comes and like pretends to be Ken. I don't know. I think there is some sort of. It's all centered around Barbie, though. The introduction of Barbie helps bridge 2 female characters together. Bonnie does have conversations, and she is a named character, but the toys don't talk back to her, and I believe her mom is just credited as Bonnie's mom.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Ready for number 8?
Let's do it.
Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
What?
Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Right. If I'm being honest, never actually listened to the full song, right? I've heard pieces of the song. So being that it's sang by Sir Mix-a-Lot, I guess there's a possibility that he got women to sing or speak in the song. I'm just gonna go with it's a really wild question, so I'm gonna go with a really wild answer and just say yes, even though I don't know anything about it.
So technically, it does.
Okay, explain.
It's considered to be passing because the intro is, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It's so big. She's like one of those rap guys' girlfriends, but you know, who understands those rap guys anyways? They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute, okay? I mean, her butt, it's just so big. I can't believe it's just so round. It's like out there. I mean, gross. Look. She's just so blah.
Did the one girl have a name?
Technically, no. But when I Googled it, it said that it counts.
But okay.
But it is female characters having a conversation that is not about men.
Yeah, it's about another woman. So congratulations, Baby Got Back. Every time
Right,
I
next
hear
one.
Baby Got Back, hold on. Every time I hear Baby Got Back, I think of the Cinderella movie with I think it's another Cinderella movie with Selena Gomez and the one lady as her stepmom. Crap. Ooh, she's from Glee. She's also, I know her name too, and I can't think of it. She's from Glee. She's from
Jane
Wreck-It
Lynch.
Ralph. Jane Lynch, thank you. But in that she has like a product for back knee, and she has this like entire like rap-esque song, like theme song, I guess, for the product for the commercials. And she goes, but baby got back knee. And that's a vocal stem that I use quite often.
Jessica Parker Kennedy was also in another Cinderella story.
Who?
Nora Allen from The Flash.
Oh.
She's 40?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay.
Oh, you got another one for me?
I do. Yes. Iron Man 2.
Who the heck has seen Iron Man 2? Nobody. I'm kidding. I've seen it. That's the one with Whiplash, right? Right? I just want to clarify that this is, in fact, the one with Whiplash. Thanks, bud. You're real helpful. Clarifications there. It is, because Iron Man 3 is the one with the people that explode. So Whiplash in that movie that I have seen maybe twice. Pepper's in it because she's in all the. But does she have a conversation with anybody that isn't about Tony at that point? Because she was not running the company. I'm gonna go with no. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Most of the characters in that are Ben.
It is also the debut of another main Avenger.
Black Widow, and she is the assistant to to Tony at one point. Does she have a conversation with Pepper about not Tony?
She does.
Oh, see, I only remember them talking about Tony and how much he's dumb. Okay, what? Okay, enlighten.
Nothing. They have a conversation.
You're not even going to tell me what the conversation's about? You're just going to say they have
I didn't look it up. I just know that they have a conversation.
Disgusting. Okay, what's the next one?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Which one?
There's only one named Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, you're right. The new one is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Or not the new one. The one with Johnny Depp is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Why did they change it from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? That's a good question.
It didn't. It's always been Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like the book was. They changed it to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for the Gene Wilder version. Johnny Depp is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then the new one with Timothy Chalamet is just Wonka.
Right. Okay, so Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the Johnny Depp one.
Yes.
I'm going to say 100% it passed.
Yeah, and the large group scenes, the mother and the daughter that chew the gum all the time, talk to it. Like there are conversations that happen.
Right. There's Veruca in there at one point. Probably, maybe, kind of talk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
All right. Last question.
Yeah.
There are currently 4 Shrek movies out.
Oh my goodness.
Out of those 4,
Which one?
how many?
Oh, how many? See.
Hey, can you tell me which one it is?
No, I can't. I can't even tell you how many passed because I have seen the first one like a numerous amount of times. Right, 2, 3, and 4. Even though 2 is fantastic, I've seen 2 maybe twice. 3 and 4 I saw once. Like I saw it in theaters and then never watched it again. So can I tell you how many pass? I could guess. Can I tell you which ones they are? Absolutely not. Okay, let's start guessing here, right? So in the first movie, we have Fiona as one of the only named speaking female roles, right? There's obviously the dragon. The dragon doesn't speak. But are there subtitles for the dragon? And does she speak to Fiona? I don't believe so. So I'm just gonna go with a pass on that one. I don't think but there's other characters too. Like there's the other fairy tale characters. There's plenty of. Well, are there plenty of female fairy tale characters? Because the wolf is grandma. The bartender is there a confirmation on them?
The ugly stepsister.
Yeah. Okay, so that's theoretically. Listen, I didn't know if it was supposed to be like a guy in drag, right? A person in drag.
I think that's the joke that they are going for there.
Right.
But I will let you know that the ugly stepsister is not in the movies until the second one.
Really? Man, it's been a while since I watched those. I need to rewatch them, especially before Shrek 5 comes out. Okay, so I'm just gonna say Shrek 1 doesn't pass. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that most of the characters are male and the female characters don't really interact, if at all. The second movie, right? This is where the fairy godmother comes in, sexy blonde guy comes in, right? And they go back to Fiona's parents. So I guess theoretically it's possible, but the fairy godmother is constantly talking about her son and, hey, stay awake, buddy. Fairy godmother is constantly talking about her son and Shrek, right? So I feel like that's a no-go there. The mom might have a conversation with Fiona briefly. So I'm going to go with, yeah, sure. Shrek 2 has the possibility. I'm going to go with yes. Shrek 3, I don't remember at all. I don't even remember who the villain in Shrek 3 was, which is so sad and disappointing. Rumpelstiltskin? Is he the fourth one?
He's the fourth one.
Okay. Wow, I don't remember the third one at all then. That's the one where they have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they have that birthday party, which I guess there's a possibility, but are they named characters that have a conversation? You know what? I'm going to go with Shrek 1, no, because you're falling asleep. Shrek 2, yes. Shrek 3, no. And Shrek 4, also no. So one movie, and it is Shrek 2.
I didn't think you were going to get it right.
Did I actually get it right?
You kept counting out all of like the major conversations between female characters, but you kind of forget that Fiona and her mom just have like a normal conversation,
Right.
not about the guys. So there you go.
I actually got that right. Like
yeah,
one
that's
Shrek 2.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Shrek 3, the villain of it is Prince Charming.
Oh, so he comes back?
Yeah.
Okay, is that the one where Shrek turns into a guy, like a male?
That's Shrek 2.
That's Shrek 2? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm going to rewatch those right now.
Shrek 3 is when he goes, now kitten whiskers, daddy's working.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a fun quiz, buddy boy. That was good. I think I passed. I don't remember how many I got right and wrong. So
I hope so.
Yeah, see, I'm a feminist ally. Do you want to close this out, or are we still going?
I think we've been recording long enough. I was still able to hear everything you said. I just didn't feel that my eyes had closed. I'm like,
you were literally like, your head.
I'm like listening to. I'm listening to everything you're doing. I was like, yeah, I'm listening.
Your head was like halfway down. Like you were like ready to just like boom.
Well, hang on. You just gave me the option of closing. Do you want to close?
Thank you for listening to the Garlic Boys podcast. If you like, if the show makes you feel all good inside, head on over to Patreon and patreon.com/@thegarlicboys. I don't know if that's right. And say, hey, I'd like to support you guys because I want to keep this going and put a little money in that little envelope and send it to us. Don't actually do that. It's a internet envelope. You can also support us by going to redbubble.com and searching the Garlic Boys. I don't know if there's a handle at the Garlic Boys. That's most of our handles, our URLs, and buy some cool designs that Connor and I have created. You'd also go to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys, I think. And you can watch our videos because you like seeing our faces and our reactions and sometimes our props. And do we have anything? Oh yeah, we have social medias. Join us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, maybe. Join us on the social medias. Just search the Garlic Boys, and guess what? You'll find us there. Connor, do you have a supplementary mob report?
Yeah. You're starting to rewatch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
And Katie Siegel plays Jake Peralta's mom. We have talked about, she is one of the reasons why we started doing this whole bit.
Really? Wow. That's
because we shouted out some moms once, and then my mom texted me the next day and was like, "You forgot Katie Siegel. She's one of my favorite actresses."
Hold on. Let me just confirm here.
She plays Leela on Futurama. I'm sorry, are you fact-checking me on an actor filmography?
I was looking up her face. I wanted to see her face so I could recognize her. Jeez Louise. I'm for my supplementary mom report this week. I was kind of like Connor last week, and I didn't have time to think because he did it so dang fast. The one, oh, come on. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. It's there. It's happening. Amy Santiago, did she have kids in that? Did they have kids together? Man, that's crazy.
Spoilers for season 7, I guess.
Any final thoughts?
Man, I just flew in from Cleveland, and boy, are my legs tired.
Why?
Because stay garlicky.
Yeah. Yeah, stay garlicky. Remember that as always. We'll
do the real thing.
Be sure to like and follow and subscribe and press that subscribe, press that little bell icon right there. Right there, Connor. You better put it right there on the YouTube video. And remember, as always, stay
garlicky.
I nailed that. I nailed that outro.
You definitely would have if when you pointed up at the bell, your finger was in frame.
It was in frame. Oh, you know what? It's in frame whenever you actually upload it. I noticed this. It's not in frame right now, but when you upload it to YouTube, it will be in frame. I noticed that because I saw your buckets and all that stuff and the Daily Bugle when I was editing the episode. Isn't that crazy?
Can't see those right now?
No, I can't see the Daily Bugle at all right now, but I could when I was editing.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy? All right, bye.